like to thank Simon Goff and the team at MTV for inviting me here today, or this evening, and for carrying out this project around the world. Human trafficking is a scourge that recognizes no borders. All of us, governments, non-governmental organizations, the media, and private individuals, have to partner together to prevent and combat this transnational crime and to support its victims and its survivors. We're very pleased that the very popular U.S. music video station MTV now has brought this anti-trafficking awareness campaign right here to Sri Lanka. The documentary Soul, which we'll see later, produced by MTV EXIT, is a powerful and creative way to raise awareness about human trafficking by sharing the stories of real people affected by this modern-day version of slavery. The MTV EXIT Public Awareness Campaign is a regional effort supported by the U.S. government through the U.S. Agency for International Development. EXIT stands for End Exploitation and Trafficking. It has educated millions of people in both Europe and Asia about the dangers of human trafficking and what ordinary citizens can do to end this exploitation. I also want to commend the Sri Lankan Ministry of External Affairs and the Sri Lanka Bureau of Foreign Employment, which together take the lead here on anti-trafficking efforts, and Rupavahini, which will air the film on national television. I'm delighted the chairman is here with us this evening. Over the past few years, the government of Sri Lanka has endeavored to increase public awareness about human trafficking, to improve law enforcement efforts, and to increase budget allocations for anti-trafficking activities. New laws enacted just last year have given the Bureau of Foreign Employment more power and resources to go after illegal labor traffickers in Sri Lanka. The Bureau helps provide protection to those Sri Lankan citizens who choose to work overseas, but who find themselves in abusive or coercive workplaces once they arrive here. And we have to be clear, even when a person agrees to work in a job abroad, he or she becomes a victim of trafficking if exploited through abuse or violence by the overseas employer. Simon's already referred to the case of the Sri Lankan woman who had nails driven into her body by her employer. We can only hope that justice will be done in that case. The U.S. government is committed to working with our friends around the world, and specifically here in Sri Lanka, to end trafficking. The State Department has an office dedicated exclusively to monitoring and combating trafficking. Our Justice Department leads our own domestic efforts to fight trafficking in the U.S. because we, too, are not immune from this problem. Here in Sri Lanka, our embassy has organized a working group to share information and coordinate anti-trafficking efforts. These sessions have involved many of you here tonight from the government, civil society, and nonprofit organizations, and we'll continue to host the working group and provide whatever other assistance we can. Of course, there's always more that can and should be done. The MTV EXIT campaign is an important step in the right direction. So I thank all of you for being here this evening and for being a part of this fight. I would also like to extend my appreciation to Kumar Sangakkara, captain of the Sri Lankan cricket team, for taking the responsibility to spread this message across the country with his teammate Mutaya Muralidharan. I believe that their commitment to this worthy cause will be a significant contribution in addressing the threats and suffering that trafficking causes in Sri Lanka. The U.S. government is proud to work and stand together with all of you to fund the MTV EXIT campaign here and throughout Asia.
I actually do quite a bit of work with Mutaya Muralidharan's Foundation of Goodness. I'm a trustee on that, and with that I kind of try and keep my charity activities pretty low-key, but this was when I read the script and I got the invitation from MTV EXIT, I realized how important it was for anyone in my situation, being in the public eye, to be able to contribute to such a pressing cause, especially when I realized that over 80% of human beings trafficked around the world, over 80% are women and girls, over 50% are minors, and that means that the very future of our society is under threat. The very basic human rights of men, women and children are being abused, and that was my immediate reaction was, yes, definitely, and when. This is my first involvement with MTV EXIT, and and by seeing what they do and how they do it, I think I'll be very, very happy to be involved with any project they decide to do in the future in the way of helping society and being aware of such pressing problems. I think, it's not just lending your voice to one program, it is actually being part of it, an integral part of something like this that is important. So, and continuously raising your voice to make sure that you reach enough people to make them understand how important these issues are.
හිතන්න මාපියන් දුරස් වීම මිතුරෙක් සහෝදරයෙක් ආදරණීයෙක් ඈත් වීම හිතන්න ඔබට ආදරය කරන කවුරුත්ම ඔබ කොහෙද කුමක් වෙලාද කියා නොදන්නා එක ගැන මිනිස් වෙලඳාමට ගොදුරු වූ අයට මෙවැනි තත්ත්වයක් ගැන සිතීමත් අපහසුයි ඒ තමයි යථාර්ථය ඔවුන් රැවටීමට ලක් වුණ කම්කරු හෝ වෛශ්‍ය වෘත්තියේ යෙදීමට සිදුවුණ නූතන වහලුන් වගේ මේ දකුණු ආසියාවේ මිනිස් වෙළඳාම පිළිබඳව ශ්‍රව්‍ය දෘශ්‍ය වෑයමක්